Welcome, YouTubers, to another video. So I'm filming this on Monday, but today, the day you're viewing this, I am getting Prime 1 Black Adam Vigilante version. And later this week, we should probably also get Kong Axe. So yeah, at a minimum, those two. Next week, hopefully this guy. Queen Optimus bust. And Queen Mark 43 to go with Hulkbuster. Anyways, today I wanted to talk about my 5 most impressive displays, just overall. Just like my whole theme, my whole wall, and so forth. Number 5 actually is going to be this wall. I think this is the 5th most impressive, display setup in my collection. The whole Monsterverse, just that entire line, the way I have it spread out. Of course, I love my Transformer statues. I think it looked really good as well, how I did it. But really, it's the Monsterverse that just, really pushes this display to just like extreme impressiveness. Having one of my absolute favorite statues with the bust on each side, King Ghidorah, one of my favorite statues. This wall truly is impressive. And it's my 5th favorite display. Number 4 has got to be, let me think for a sec. I'll say this wall right now, but I think once we get the Optimus bust, it might bump it up to number 3 slot. But for right now, we're going to put this at number 4. 3 of my best statues. My favorite statue, Jetwing Optimus, and Shockwave, probably my 2nd favorite. Good God. I think we're just missing the Optimus bust. I think once I get Optimus bust, this will be number 3 in my opinion. Possibly number 2. Goodness. You got the OG team with Sentinel, Megatron, Shockwave, Jetwing Optimus. Just get Optimus bust. It's near perfect. So, yeah, I'm really excited to get that Optimus bust. It is my most number 1 wanted piece right now. Even more than Sauron bust, to be honest. Like, getting that set up. So, yeah. So that is number 5 and number 4. Unfortunately, nothing in the video game room cut it. I don't think any of the displays in here are top 5 material. Tons of amazing statues and displays and whatnot, but none make top 5 in my opinion. Number 3 is going to be my AVP wall. We're specifically talking from Big Chap to, Wolf Predator. Of course, you have multiple grails in this setup. Big Chap Bust, Alien FX, Cinema Cat. Goodness, all these statues are just incredibly impressive on their own. You got 4 busts, 2 aliens, 2 predators, and basically 4 predators and 4 alien statues with props and everything. I just think it's incredibly impressive. And the 2 big busts are just huge statement pieces, being 3 feet tall, deep, wide, the dog alien bust, one of my, best painted statues in my entire collection. Absolutely insane. So definitely one of my favorite displays. This entire wall is just madly impressive. So yeah, this is number 3. But like I said, I think Optimus bust is going to be better than both those busts in my opinion. I really think it will be. But I could be wrong. Let's see. But I do think it will be. I think it will be my 2nd best bust in my collection. I think it'll be right after Thanos. I think it will top Khaleesi, top Aliens FX, and Big Chap. So, yeah, very excited for Optimus bust. It's ginormous. It's actually, bigger than both of those, I think. I don't think it's as tall, but it's wide and deep. But yeah, like I said, that Optimus bust, I think we'll put that display up to number 3 slot. But for right now, this is number 3. Number 2 is going to be my horror wall. And we're basically stating from Pennywise all the way to about right here. Because I don't really, this is horror-ish, but I kind of consider this more the monster wall. But we're really talking like, you could even take out Reaper if you wanted to. But from Chucky to Pennywise, true classic horror. This is definitely, it's almost been my favorite display always. But right now it is number 2 in my opinion. But so many incredible, just statues, iconic horror icons. There's no piece in here that's just like, the best piece I mean, that Pennywise bust is just insane. I love all the ECC statues. PCS does a killer job in their, horror line. But it just, due to the nature of who these characters are and how they look, I just find them more appealing to look at than your standard superhero or, whatever character. I just think they look cool. And so there's a reason this is on arguably the most important wall in my entire collection is probably this wall. Just because it's the biggest. It's the longest part of any of my rooms and the most important. It gets the most attention, so it's reserved for the best. And when it comes to actually just statues, this is it, for sure. This is the best. But my number one most impressive display has got to be my Marvel bust wall. It has my favorite piece, Thanos bust, which is, like my biggest, most statement piece. But then it's also just filled with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 silicone busts, plus Thanos and all the Queen Polystone busts. So, Marvel, for me, the Infinity Saga is the greatest series of movies ever created. And Thanos is the ultimate villain. So, naturally, it's, plus I feel like I displayed it extremely good. I'm actually real happy how I fixed the whole infinity prop surrounding Thanos. I think that's really cool. But I just love this wall. I think it's the most impressive wall in my entire collection. I think it tops horror. I think it tops AVP, all that. I think Thanos bust is a huge reason why. I think if I had my old Thanos bust, I think it might be at number 2 slot. I think it'd be behind the horror wall. But Queen Thanos is that impressive that it does put it at the top. Now, I think my Lord of the Rings display has potential to become a top 5 once we get Sauron and Witch King set up and Gandalf Ultimate. When we get those 3 pieces set up in the collection, I think it has the potential. Especially Sauron being a huge statement piece, like a Thanos type thing. Witch King, I also think it's going to be a very special bust. I think it's going to be, possibly a top 10 bust. Goodness, I think it's incredible. So, very excited for Witch King, Sauron. Gandalf Ultimate will be an incredible 1/4. So we should have all 3 this year set up in the cave. But yeah, personally for me, this is my favorite wall. Some other honorable mentions have got to be, of course, Lord of the Rings, like I said, once we get the other things set up. And then really just my whole DC display. I mean, if I could, let's say from Superman to Aquaman, I would definitely make that a top 5. But I'm kind of just making it just the Trinity wall. That's definitely one of my most impressive displays. I love my J&D and Infinity Girl wall. That's, goodness. But yeah, also Dark Knight. My TV wall is very impressive. It'll be a lot more impressive, I feel, just once we, get the remaining Terminator statues in. The Prime 1/3 line. I think it'll look a lot better. I've even thought, part of me honestly really wants to not go down any more Prime 1 Predator statues, just because it's going to be such a deep rabbit hole. I'm almost maybe I should just sell the Jungle Hunter and, get Gypsy Danger for that spot instead. It'd fit the theme a little bit better. But I'm if I ever did do a middle room thing, I probably would do Queen Arnold bust. Queen Arnold bust with, let's just say, Dark Side Arnold 1/3, just because, they match Queen Arnold's. That'd be a really good mid-room display. Should I ever decide to do mid-room, which I'm really trying to avoid. I'm really trying to avoid it. But yeah, I would say that's probably my 5 most impressive displays for sure, So yeah, looking forward to getting Black Adam. He's going to go right there. He's going to be as tall as Hulkbuster nearly. I mean, he is 37 inches tall. I'll be displaying the screaming pose. I'm probably going to move Hulkbuster a tad to the left. Just to give him a little bit more space. Because as you can see, there's a solid 2 inches I can move him. So I'll probably move him almost completely to the left. Mark 43 will just go on that little black, sort of shelf I built. I basically used my corner wall shelf and covered it with black cloth, so it looks like it's part of the display. But I feel like this will be a good transition, just this is DC extra, the extras more or less, and then it starts Marvel here, and boom. But Black Adam looks fantastic. I've seen the photos of the Champion. I've not seen Vigilante versions, but Champion looks excellent. You know, very good paint app, sculpt. Turned out really good. So I think it's going to be fantastic. You know, so excited to get that in. And, you know, Kong Axe will be great because it truly finalizes that, you know, Monsterverse wall. Anyways, folks, of all my displays, tell me, which one do you think is your favorite? Which one's the most impressive? Let me know in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.